Hello, guys. We are here. I'm Guntur. We are here to stream the Indonesian League match. Indonesian League is where Indonesian people get a draft team. The members got the draft, and there's four teams competing. Now we see Perishian versus Ray is the play between Andi Willyanto and Amelia Safitri. Of course, I'm not alone. I'm here with a very good friend of mine. I don't know how we can be a good friend, but here we go. But
How's it going,
seriously, he's a
guys?
great mind. His name is Henry Rich from Australia. Say hi, Henry.
Nice to be here. Thanks
Nice.
for asking me.
Thanks for being here, man. So before we start, I just want to let you know that we as an nation try to we don't have any local scene, so we just have to try to make our own scene to keep the Fiji stream alive. So it's very great for you to join us. Uh, and it's really pleasure for you being here. Hope it can be a good influence to the community. Okay, so here we go. Let's start with the match. So Andy with the Nano nickname Gazanias. Oh, it's like a Tonoga team. It's like James back team. Ismat and also Agari in the Oceania against a pretty unusual team. The whole Ludicolo, Kyogre, Ferrothorn, Landorus, and Weavile. How's the matchup in your opinion?
So looking at the matchup, like as you said, we've got the common team of Zern, Ogre, Torn, Kartana, Incineroar, and Moongus, which was used by a lot of players to good success in Moon Series. But we also see the Ho-Oh Kyogre team, which also did get a few wins later in the Moon Series season. From the looking at the straight matchup, we've got obviously the possibility of Scarf Koga on both teams. Ludicolo giving that other team a kind of good matchup on that side, along with the Ferrothorn helping out with the Xerneas and meaning it doesn't need to worry about redirection from Moongus. But both teams having good options and viability to use against each other, and both teams looking very versatile, so it should be a good match.
Yeah, okay. We will see the lead now. Vega decides to lead with Weavile and Ho in front of Kyogre now. So the Tornadus is also free, but he can't taunt Weavile. So Ho is not in a good place in my opinion, is it?
Ho-Oh's not looking happy where it sits. The Weavile does have fake out pressure onto that Kyogre, which does reveal itself to be faster than the Weavile going off the abilities, but whether that means it's a fast Weavile or a slowed Weavile or a fast Kyogre, we don't yet know. But both teams just going for a Tailwind here. The Prankster Tailwind going off and the Ho-Oh matching it as well.
Yeah, so whatever if this Scarf Kyogre is getting back its speeds back, it doesn't really matter about the Tailwind because it's got match. Wondering if the Weavile size can hold the Kyogre. The Tornadus now can easily icy win to make sure that he got space advantage.
Yeah, so looking at the board position there, we've got the Ho-Oh obviously sitting in a very rough position, which we do end up seeing that switch out as the Kyogre goes for a Water Spout. Big damage picking off the Weavile and doing a considerable amount to the Ferrothorn, while the Ferrothorn also takes a Hurricane from the Tornadus.
That's already
we don't see any.
Sorry, continue.
That's all right. We don't see any confusions come out, but we do see the opposing Kyogre come out. So if that is another Scarf variant, this could come down to either speed ties or just how bulky or much special attack these two Kyogre have, as well as what attack they go for. The Tornadus is under a lot of threat here, but so is that Ferrothorn.
Yeah, based on the last damage, if the Kyogre from undecided, got taunt faster. It's in the water. Oh, okay. I was thinking in the water spot damage, but no. Yeah, based on the move, I think it's kind of confirmed it's Scarf. Like he hinted it's Scarf because they don't change the move. There was possible speed tie. But
so it's looking like both the Kyogres here are Scarf, as the Weavile was outsped by one, and then the Scarf Kyogre was outsped by the other. Whether that was a speed tie or not is yet to be seen, but getting off that Water Spout first, picking up the Tornadus, and getting that chip damage onto the opposing Kyogre meant that the Ferrothorn could live the spout enough to get off strong Power Whip and proc the parry.
Yeah.
But with Kartana sitting there, Katana does obviously have access to Sacred Sword and Leaf Blade, so it's heavily threatening both the Kyogre and the opposing Ferrothorn, while that Xerneas is looking like it wants to either get off a strong Geomancy or just protect to let the Katana start getting off some damage.
Exactly. If the Xerneas Geomancy now, then it means Ferrothorn is free unless it gets knocked out with the Katana with Z fighting or something. I don't know. But the Kyogre itself now, if it's
So,
yeah, if the Kyogre is Scarf, yeah, it can damage the Xerneas chip. Oh, that's heavily chipped. Oh, and it survived. Okay. So it's confirmed Scarf, Kyogre. Now, I honestly don't see a comeback from Andy in this game. I think that's game. What do you think?
yeah, so having that Kyogre being able to outspeed it, and especially with having that Ferrothorn live that Sacred Sword, we did see the double up going into the Ferrothorn, but even with that, the Scarf Kyogre is still just free to get off as many Water Spouts as it wants, and that's just going to be able to finish off
Yeah.
the Pokemon on Andy's side of the field. Even with the rain going down now, that Xerneas is under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's pretty fast game, pretty straightforward. Vega really execute his game plan very well, is he?
Yes, definitely. So allowing himself to get into a good position, being able to match that Tailwind turn one was a very good and big opportunity. Next game, we could see something come out from the Tornadus, like a taunt, just to stop that Tailwind from being matched. But I wouldn't be surprised to see something like the Ludicolo coming out from Vega's side just because of the Pokemon that Andy chose to bring.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Even though the Lidicolo is threatened by tornadoes, he can still fake out and Kyogre can spout back the tornadoes before he can do anything. And they both will
Yeah,
resist.
so the Ludicolo might be coming in replacement of that Weavile. As we saw the Weavile being able to get that fast fake out off onto the Kyogre. While it was able to do that, it then wasn't able to follow up by doing anything else. Ludicolo in the rain, once that Tailwind is up and after the fake out, being able to outpace a lot of the field, it will still be able to put in a lot of work after that fake out, sticking around on the field and being able to put in work against the Kyogre and even the Tornadus with this possible Z move.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Oh, now it leads with the Xerneas. Yeah, like you said, it leads Ludicolo and Kyogre. Now Andy have to
Yeah.
choose.
So with the Ludicolo Kyogre lead here, there's putting off a lot of offensive pressure immediately. We do know that Kyogre Scarf and the Ludicolo could possibly be carrying that Waterium Z, which in rain is incredibly powerful. And with the rain and Swift's ability, it's able to outspeed both of these Pokemon. I wouldn't be surprised to just see a Fake Out and a Water Spout coming out turn one. But what that Fake Out would be targeting down, we will have to see.
Uh, if it's me, I'm just gonna fake out Xerneas and uh, you know, water spout and knock out the tornadoes, remove it all of the field. Since because if the Xerneas Geomancy, it's gonna outspeed both of his Pokemon and can just give a good position, even though it's gonna be chip damage. But now I'm
I believe
imagining.
the issue, looking at that board state though, if the Xerneas does go for a Geomancy, it would be taking a lot of damage from a Water Spout.
Yeah.
And if the Xerneas decides to go for a Protect, as that Ludicolo fakes it out, and the Tornadus decides to Tailwind, then that'd be giving him a free switch into the Kartana and a Geomancy the next turn. But we actually just see the Kyogre switching in for the Tornadus here.
Hmm. Oh, it's a crit. That's huge.
Ooh, a big crit coming out from that Water Spout, doing about 60% to that Kyogre. The Xerneas definitely not looking to be in a good position now, and the Kyogre with that chip will be definitely dropping to this Grass Knot.
Okay, yeah, single target damage, water spout, knock it out straight away.
Yeah,
So it's two down, Kartana
and
and Tornadus remaining.
we see the Kartana still coming in the back from that last game. Judging from the damage from last game, it's possible to have a guess at what the item on the Kartana is, but nothing really certain as of yet.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like there's a lot of options here for Andy.
Do you think it's wise just to double the Kartana now?
The Kartana is definitely the biggest threat. If he can get a Tailwind off and start getting some Beast Boosts up, he could still overwhelm Vega's side of the field.
Oh,
Kartana taking that Hydro Vortex fairly well from the Ludicolo, but it's not enough to hang on from the Water Spout. And Vega does take this set in a
Three turns
rather
already. 3 turns and
substantial
it's
fashion.
finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really like run over the opponent. Do you think that the Andy's mistake in the game right now? I think Andy should in turn one. He should just like Tailwind in Geomancy. See, either way, she got something out of it, rather than just switch out Kyogre. What do you think?
Switching out to the Kyogre was an interesting play. I think it kind of lost him a lot of momentum there because he did have that option of either going for the Geomancy or going for the Tailwind, and getting one of those off would have been putting him in a very substantially good position. Because as well as getting that Geomancy off, he also would get the free switch the next turn,
Yeah,
or he would get the Tailwind up and that free switch into that Kartana, which is doing so much work against this Ludicolo Kyogre lead.
yeah,
But as it came down to it, against a Ludicolo Kyogre lead, it doesn't look like Andy just had too much of an answer to that. And Vega was just able to sweep through his team.
with only the lead, so she doesn't reveal any of the Pokemon in the back from in the second game.
Mm.
So strong performance there, so dominant.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was a very dominant set. And it's interesting to see just how effective, more unusual team can work out against one of these powerful cores that we see so much of.
yeah. I think this core is more often in the Sun series rather than Moon, I believe. But the fact that
Yes.
Kyogre Ludicolo can threat the opponents with Scarf and Z move, practically the opponent needs to set up Trick Room or Tailwind to set it up at the first game. But this lead can have Fake Out Pressure and remove the set immediately. The setup, I mean, remove the setup immediately.
Yeah, so as I said earlier, the Weavile, probably what Vega was thinking was while the Weavile's fake out pressure was good, just having nothing to be able to be done after that, just bringing that Ludicolo, having that extra option of putting in work after the first turn was just kind of
Yeah,
that key thing that you needed to just
yeah,
fairly
that's a very
dominantly
fair
take that
point.
round.
Very fair point. All right, thank you very much for having me. For sorry, not having me. I'm having you. So thank you
Thank you
very
very
much
much for
for
having
being
me.
here. Yeah. Hope to see you next time. So that's it for us, guys. Hopefully, see you in the next game. Hopefully, keep an eye on the Indonesian League. Next week's gonna be a new week, new set, and new pairing. See ya.